We're here in Summerville, Georgia, and we are going to look for the grave of the legendary defense attorney who was supposedly the model for Matlock, if you remember the TV series from the 80s, Matlock, starring Andy Griffith. Well, folks, we're here at Cloudland Presbyterian Church, which is just north of Menlo, Georgia, right off of Highway 48. Not too terribly far from the Alabama state line, maybe about a mile or two as the crow flies. But we're here to go visit the man who was the real-life Matlock, Bobby Lee Cook. A little bit about Bobby Lee Cook. And again, you probably heard of the TV series Matlock. Maybe back in the day, back in the 80s, you watched Matlock. Well, Bobby Lee Cook was a legendary defense attorney. Some might call him the Perry Mason of the South. He's defended all sorts of people, moonshiners, murderers, Rockefellers, Carnegies, whoever. He took on cases that nobody else would take on. And all right, I see a Cook right up here. I think we found him. Yes, sir. Well, this right here is the Cook family plot. It's located in the corner of the Presbyterian Church Cemetery. If you're coming in, as soon as you park in the parking lot, you look straight ahead and look to the right, you'll see a park bench in the corner, and that's the Cook family plot. Now right there is his son, Bobby Lee Jr., born 1950, died 1995, and the epitaph, "And rest in the shade of the trees." And there's somebody else right here. Looks like Lewis Branch Sutton Connolly, 1950 to 2007. And oh, look, interesting here. It's got dolphins. And let's see, there's the epitaph that says, "Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things." And that's from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 7. We got Roger Wheeler Williams, 1956 to 2008. That's an interesting epitaph. Okay, "Moving like a fog on the Cumberland River, I was living on the Delta Queen. I wasn't ready to go. I've never ready to go. Let it ride easy down the road. Let it take away all of this darkness. Let it rock me in the arms of the strangers, angels, up until it brings me home. Let it ride, let it roar, let it go," by whoever R. Adams is. I'll Google it and figure it out. And then right here, the man himself, the real-life Matlock, Bobby Lee Cook, legendary defense attorney, born 1927, died 2021. And his epitaph: "Beloved husband, father, grandfather, and devoted caretaker of all God's creatures." Well, I guess you could definitely say that. He defended folks that no other attorney would touch with a 10-foot pole, I guess. So I would say devoted caretaker from a standpoint that he made sure that justice was done. Oh, there's some flowers over this one. Looks like died looks like his wife died 2015. I don't want to move the flowers out of respect, so it's covering up her name, but we'll find it out and we'll put it here in the video. But there you have it. Bobby Lee Cook, legendary defense attorney, real life Matlock, and one of the most respected attorneys ever. If you needed a good defense attorney along the lines of Perry Mason, Bobby Lee Cook was your man. Rest in peace, Bobby Lee Cook, and also Mrs. Cook and the rest of the Cook family. Well, before I go, I was looking for something to leave, and I just, not too far from the plot, found this rock, and I'm going to put it right here. Just to show that somebody cares. May not be a small enough rock, but well, I'm just going to leave it right here at Mr. Cook's grave, just to pay my respects. Again, Mr. Cook, thank you for giving of yourself to help others, and God rest your soul. Well, folks, that concludes our visit, but before we leave, I forgot to mention one thing. In the halls of the Georgia Supreme Court, there's actually a portrait of Bobby Lee Cook. And when Bobby Lee Cook was asked about that portrait that was put up there for him, that was hung right there on the walls of the Supreme Court, he famously said, "Well, I'd rather be hung in the Supreme Court than hung by the Supreme Court." I just want to thank you all for joining me on this journey. Please like, subscribe, share, and until next time, peace out, y'all. This has been a Subligna Valley production from Atlanta, Georgia.